Hey guys, this is going to be a video about the IOP, meaning the Internal Oral Presentation, in an IBA language course. So for me it would be English A and Norwegian A. So first of all, I want to talk about the structure of the presentation itself. So it's basically a very standard presentation. You can use whatever tools you want, a poster, a PowerPoint, you can even use the Blackboard, whatever you can come up with. But it has to be a live presentation, so you can't just make a video of yourself doing or holding the presentation and then just show that. It has to be live. Additionally, you can't have a script with you, so you have to learn the presentation by heart and be able to present it confidently without actually looking at any material. And also, for the presentation, it's 10 minutes per student. Meaning you can do it in groups, but then of course the presentation is extended by 10 minutes for each additional group member. For example, I did it in a group of 2 with a partner, and we had to present for 20 minutes in total. Now as for the content of the presentation, it either has to be an analysis of a poem or a book. Now if you choose to analyze the poem, then basically what you're doing is you're going to have a 10-minute poem analysis, and that's going to be your presentation. By the time you guys do an IOP, you will already have gone through quite a few poems in class, well at least hopefully you will have, and you'll of course have written a couple of essays as a part of that. So basically what you guys have to do then is transfer the skills of analyzing a poem in class with a group or in an essay and just transfer that over to a presentation. Now a quick reminder of those basic poem analysis skills. The main focus of your presentation has to be on the poem itself, not the poet. So basically the way you can start the presentation is you can give some basic background information, who the poet was, etc., but don't spend a lot of time on it. Go straight to the poem, talk about the theme of the poem, how you understand the poem, what is the message, and then go over to literary devices and then how they build on and develop this theme. Now, of course, you can also bring up the poet himself. For example, if he wrote in a specific literary time period, modernism, for example, then you can, of course, talk about the modernistic traits of the poem, or romanticism, same thing. You can also maybe talk a little bit about his background. For example, if he was a soldier and the poem is about war, you can, of course, tie all of those things in, but try to focus on the poem itself and only tie these contextual aspects in if they actually strengthen the point you're trying to make and the conversation you're having about the theme of the poem. Now if you choose to analyze the book, then the first main point is you can't analyze the entire book. Don't even try. Instead, focus on a specific literary device, maybe symbolism, maybe character, maybe setting, and have a presentation just about that one literary device. And examples of this are, for example, you could talk about symbolism in The Great Gatsby, T.J. Ecklenburg, The Green Light. You can mention all of these different things. Setting, East Egg versus West Egg. You can have an entire presentation just about that and how it affects the different characters, how it affects the plot, how it affects the structure of the book. Also, of course, characters in The Great Gatsby. Gatsby himself, Nick Carraway, all these different characters. So, try to pick a specific literary device and then talk about it in the context of the entire book. Okay, that concludes my video on the IOP. I'll also be making a video on the IOC, which you guys can check out on this channel, and thanks for watching.